What's up, guys? Today's the day after Corals Farmers Market. I quickly want to apologize if today's video is different than the other videos I have recorded. The reason is because yesterday I was recording everything with my phone, and I said why not finish off today's video with my phone, recording everything with a phone. So that's what I decided to do. Anyhow, so if you guys been following along, not long ago I got a bunch of free corals, which most of them are here, and I used some of them to get some store credit. I got about $250 of store credit. With that store credit, I was able to get some corals, which was that purple tip green stem hammer coral, as well as this coral here, which people were saying it's a favia. I think it's some type of akin, but I'm not so sure, as well as that Ganipora that I got. However, I had about $150 of store credit, and I told my wife, you know what, I'ma just use them. There was two corals that I had seen, but I wasn't so sure if I wanted to buy them because I had zero experience with them. But after researching them and having people mentioning that, you know, they're kind of hardy and easy to keep, I told myself these are beautiful corals. I've always wanted one. Why not get one? And as you guys can see there, it is a bleeding apple scully. So I wasn't so sure if I was gonna get this one because there was a war paint scully, and they are both nice. But I was like, you know what? I asked my wife, which one will you choose? She said either, but she did mention that the green one was a little bit more vibrant. I would have gone more with the war paint scully because, you know, it's slightly different on its color. It's more like an orange base, and it had like some type of like purple and bluish stripes to it. But this one is a little bit more vibrant since it's light green, and that's what I decided to do. So yeah, this thing's super beautiful. It's nice, and we'll see how we go with it. I have fed it before on Reef. I really never feed my corals, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it for this one. I'm thinking of getting some type of like pellets for it to eat, as I know that they like to eat. But yeah, that is the last coral I got with the store credit. Now, from yesterday, what did I get yesterday? I got these two torches. The one to my right, I bought it from a local reefer, which he had like he was a vendor at the show. He's Ricardo's Reef Shop, I think that's what he calls his little business. So this one I got for $120. He said this is the green tamer coral, green tamer torch, or tamer, green tamer torch, no, dragon tamer or dragon tamer torch. And then I got this other torch, which the guy said he really didn't know the name of it, but they're almost identical. This one is a little bit more like pale, like a greenish base with yellow on the tentacles. So there, he had two nice torches that I was so indecisive to get. This one I got for $100. Then he had another one which was $120, which was almost two heads or even two heads. But you know, I didn't have that extra $20 because I had already bought other stuff. The other one was more yellow than this one, but he said those are more common, and his opinion, he said this one was better. I asked my wife, she said either. So I decided to just get this one. At the end of the day, you know, it's still a nice coral, and next time I attend a show, I could buy the one if he still has one like it, because all the corals that he sells are corals that he grows in his tank. So that is super nice. I've also bought from the person that bought this torch. I have bought that hammer there. I have bought that hammer there, that small one right there, and then that big gold one right here in the back. So all these corals are from his tank, so I already know the type of quality of corals he sells. They always do good at my tank. Never had no issues with its corals. So there was other type of vendors too, guys. I was talking to the person that I bought these corals from, because there was a couple wholesalers as well, so they were selling corals super cheap. But he was telling me, when you see people selling corals and you see the tanks where their corals are at, if they're like a foggy, misty water, that means that there's a bacteria bloom in the water, and most cases is because these people, wholesalers, of course, they get them import straight directly from the ocean. They don't really let them acclimate in their tanks for a couple months. They just take them to the shows, and sometimes these corals are rotting, especially torches. They rot from inside with bacteria, and after they die, they release these bacteria to the water column, and they affect your whole system. So yeah, because there was a bunch of vendors there, and this was like the best corals farmers market in the Silicon Valley in a long time. They had torches hammers for $40, $20, guys. Nice ones. I'm talking about super bright corals, but I didn't pull the trigger after I had that conversation with him and other vendors. You know, I don't want to risk it, especially if I bought from him before, and also the local reefer. I've already went to his house. I know his tanks are super nice. Always aquaculture corals are gonna be a little bit more expensive. The thing is, when you get wild caught ones, or you know, straight from the ocean, which every coral came at one point from there, you don't know if they have any type of bacteria or pest, or if they're going to acclimate correctly to your tank. You could buy an expensive coral and it will die on you, but with this wholesaler that was there, you know, the corals were affordable. So like, if you don't mind losing a nice ass torch, I mean, those torches were probably even nicer than these, like for $40, $60, $80, $120. If you don't mind losing that money, if that coral's gonna make it or not, then you know, I would buy it as well. So yeah, these are the ones that I got. And what else did I get at Corals Farmers Market that I bought cash? Was this candy cane mushroom. That one I bought from the wholesaler. This thing is super nice, guys. I got it for a sweet deal, in my opinion. I think they were selling it for $120, and I only had like $90, so I was gonna get a coral, a similar Candy Crush coral, which was slightly different. The patterns were different. I was gonna get it for $80, but you know, the vendor there told me, if you do 100, I'll sell it to you. I told him straight up, you know what, I wasted everything I already had. I only had like a budget of $200, but at the end of the day, my budget increased to $300, and I was like, I have $90 left. Are you able to do 90? And she's like, you know what, I'll do 90. No, you know what, I was like, I only have 90. When she's like, oh, I'll do for 100, because it was for 120. And then she's like, I'll do 90. I was like, okay. So I got this one. There was a bunch of super nice mushrooms that I wanted to get. They had the kryptonite. They had the Deadpool mushrooms, which supposedly a long time ago I won a raffle, and I got these ones labeled as Deadpools, but these are not Deadpools. Deadpools are basically red. Their texture is more like that one there, and it has like you know, the patterns are like usually black, and it looks super nice. So they had Deadpools, they had Galactus mushrooms, they had Jawbreakers, and they had those Candy Crush. They did not have OG Bounds that I remember, and I didn't really see sun-kissed corals there. Also, I had mentioned to my buddy Benny, Filipino Reefer, I have a bunch of sun-kissed corals. I put them on the local Facebook page, and somebody, a vendor that was there, I wasn't so sure he was gonna be a vendor there, he had private messaging me that he wanted to trade a Dragon Tamer torch for my sun-kissed. But after looking the price of these online, I found them to be anywhere from $100 to $250, depending on where you get it. I said nope. If let's say that thing's worth $100, I don't think my sun-kissed are worth $25 each, because I have 4 each, and they're already big. They're like that big. So I was like, no, I'll keep it. I'll sell it later in the future, and I'll see at the show if I can find a Dragon Tamer, which I found one, $120. Not only that, I saw that vendor there, and then he had the exact same Dragon Tamer he wanted to trade. Those things were literally dying. The mouth was all exposed with like bubbles coming out of the mouth. That thing was literally dying. I don't know why there's some people that they sell corals that are literally dying, and for those that are new in the hobby, they don't know much better, and they end up buying those type of corals. They take them home and they die. So just be careful Always look at the flesh of the torches or any euphyllia like hammers, flock spawn. Make sure the flesh, this one has super nice flesh, this one has decent. Make sure they have nice flesh on the base of it before you buy it. If you don't see any type of sign of flesh, I wouldn't even buy that thing, because you know you're risking it of dying. So yeah, so I got these 2 torches. I got the Candy Crush. That's the only thing I bought with my budget. Again, 100, 120 that, and then the Candy Crush, which that's about 300. But the local reefer that I bought from, the Dragon Tamer from 120, he's like, if you buy it from me, I'll give you a free Ghani. He did give me a free Ghani Pora, and there's this thing right here. It's super nice. I actually like it. It's different than the one I have by my local fish store. So I like how it looks. Super nice. Earlier in the morning, it was extended all the way. Another thing I bought at the show was these little frac rags. I kind of don't like it, to be honest, guys. There's no padding on the magnet either on the other side or on this side. These are made by P&W Customs. I like the design, but again, I don't like the magnet because there's no padding. And if you have like a nice tank, I feel like I have a nice tank, you could actually scratch it, because these are basically 3D printed, and you know, they could scratch your tank. Also, the things are not leveled all the way, so like this little frac rack right here on top, it's a little bit more this way, where the magnet is more inward. So basically the frac rack will touch the glass more, and the magnet's not that strong either for this size glass, even though it's advertised as it is. But regardless, it does its job. I'm just going to be super careful when I move it. You're gonna ask, why do I have my frac rack in the middle? After seeing a video from Worldwide Corals, how to properly acclimate corals, it's always best to acclimate them either on the bottom or in the middle. If they lose color, you know, you could always he was mentioning basically on SPS, if it turns brown, there's always a better possibility of bringing the color back up. But if it starts to bleach white, it's really hard to bring it back to its color. So it's always best to have it at a lower light, and then having it exposed to your light because it hasn't been acclimated. Not only that, I do not know the par readings for this tank. I'm still waiting to find a par reader. That way I know what type of par I have in my tank. I think my lights are running at 40 to 45%. I am using the AB Plus setting on the Radions. My wave maker, or the power head flow for the MP40s, are at 50% and at 25% at night. Different type of flow. I'm using Reef Crest as well as Nutrition Export for the settings, and at night I think I'm using Tidal Swell or something like that, but it's like more peaceful type of flow at 25% for at night. So that is something else I bought. Was this little frag rack, because I was gonna need it, because I had a AI Access 40, which I never used, and I put a post if somebody was interested in trading or buying it, and somebody was. I actually got these from Luke. Luke was actually recently featured on a video from Worldwide Corals, and I got these from him. I know this one is Digitata. Then I got a grafted Montipora, which is there. Then I got this one. I think this is the Bill Murray SPS. This one looks identical to it, so I gotta ask him, because I had picked different type of SPS because I didn't want to have identical, so I'm gonna ask him. Then I got this one, which I forgot the name. I think it's Pinky or something like that. Then I got this one, which is super colorful. And then I got this one here. So we're gonna let them acclimate, and we'll see their true color once everything acclimates. But so far these corals are doing good. Then I got this one. This one's really nice. They showed me a picture of it. I got this one for free for being a member of Bay Area Reefers, which is sort of like a Reef to Reef forum, but for local reefers. And I was super surprised because I went to the show. I got the tickets on a good price for being a member for Bay Area Reefers. And then my wife asked him, are you guys giving those corals for free? He's like, yeah, for supporting members, which I am one of them. And they gave me this SPS, which they showed me a picture again, and it was super nice and colorful. So I don't know how long they had that on the table. So we're gonna let it acclimate to my tank and start being happy. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on all these SPS, tell you guys how they're doing. Then we have the other corals I traded, but I don't want to make this video super long, guys. There's so much to talk about, but I'm gonna give you guys another update later because I don't want to make this video super long. We're probably already around 25 to 30 minutes. Sometimes people, you know, they tend not to watch longer videos. Shorter videos are always easier to watch. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the next video, and hopefully all those corals make it. I gotta hit up Luke and check what type of corals he gave me, the names of them, and make sure that these two are not the same. But I appreciate you guys for watching today's video, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, comment, and if you want to subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I was hoping to get 800 followers by the end of the month. We started this year with 700 subscribers. Now we're at 800 plus. So I appreciate you guys for subscribing, liking my videos, watching my videos. And until next time, guys, I am out. Peace.